You know, there is a storm brewing in Oklahoma City tonight.
But you're not going to see the little signal at the bottom of your screen, at least not for this one. This storm promises to boost Oklahoma's economy, not to mention put some of our small towns on the map.
The big premiere of the movie Twister is set for tonight. That's what we're talking about. Lance West is staked out at Penn Square Mall trying to get into that exclusive event. Are you, Lance?
Oh, I'm doing my best. In fact, I was able to finagle a ticket, and I'll be going inside. We'll have a full wrap tonight at 10. I'll tell you what, the excitement out here is contagious. Media packed in like sardines. There are several hundred stargazers here hoping to catch a glimpse of some of the big celebrities as they make their way in within the next 30 minutes or so. The stars are here. Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton, the show's director, along with an entourage of dignitaries. They will be here probably within the next 30 minutes or so. And as you can probably see, the red carpet rolled out for tonight's star-studded world premiere. Downstairs, a lot of activity as well. An informational exhibit has been set up for those shopping here at Penn Square Mall or those who are planning on attending tonight's movie premiere. Several stands offering brochures about the dark side of nature. National Weather Service has some experts down there as well to offer advice on twister preparedness. Since we are in the midst of tornado season, some good information being passed along downstairs here at Penn Square Mall, and that'll be set up until around 8:30 tonight. Now, the premiere begins here at 7 o'clock. 7:15 is when Twister is expected to start. Earlier today, we talked to Lieutenant Governor Mary Fallons. She says this movie is important in three different areas: entertainment, education, and economics.
Well, the economic impact of the movie Twister and Warner Brothers spent $11 million in Oklahoma into our economy in 133 days and employed over 2,500 people. That's a big economic impact on our state. As far as the educational part of it, we live in Tornado Alley. I mean, that's where we advertise ourselves to be. And this movie talks about research, it talks about storm tracking, it talks about storm chasing. And of course, we know your station was involved in helping with the research in that movie, and it was very important to us. And by the way, if we didn't have the great support of the weathermen here in Oklahoma, of the communities, of the National Weather Service, and all those facilities, and our experts in Oklahoma, we're experts at this movie, I don't think would have been as successful as it has been.
And our own Mike Morgan and former Channel 4 employee Jeff Lazalier both have cameo appearances in tonight's film. 3 screens dedicated to the movie tonight at 7:15. All of them sold out. And that's pretty impressive when you consider tickets for tonight's affair between $50 and $250. Guys, a full wrap-up coming up tonight at 10, and lots more at 6:30.
All right, thanks, Lance. He's got to be careful with the wet cement down there. Hands and feet, you never know. In case you didn't know, the movie Twister does center around a group of storm chasers.
Watching the movie sure gets your adrenaline pumping, but doesn't give a true picture of storm chasing.
I'm David Payne. The movie Twister chases tornadoes on the big screen, but what's it really like to chase a tornado across Oklahoma? I'll have the story coming up next on News Channel 4.
I'm Mike Morgan, and coming up a little later, some real-life Oklahoma Twister tracking.
You're watching Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at 6 with Linda Cavanaugh, Alan Martin, the Forewarned Storm Team's Mike Morgan, and Bob Barry with sports. If you've been looking for...
It's Twister, the summer blockbuster blowing to a theater near you. Plenty of seat-gripping action in this flick where Mother Nature is the star of the show. For supporting actors, a group of storm chasers hoping to get a glimpse of the big one. In Oklahoma, we depend on storm chasing crews to help pinpoint life-threatening severe weather.
Yep, but it's fast becoming the danger sport of the 90s. We say danger because if you don't have the know-how or the experience, you are out there looking for trouble.
The News Channel's David Payne is just one member of the Forewarned Storm Team who has experience. Tonight, David takes you storm chasing and separates fact from fiction.
Most people try to avoid them, but we try to get as close as we can. The thought of actually getting in a car, driving all over the Central Plains to find a twister scares most people, and it should. Chasing tornadoes can be dangerous if you're not trained and experienced. At News Channel 4, our chasing team is recognized around the world as some of the best. So how does a chase take place? It begins here in the Forewarned Storm Center, carefully analyzing hundreds of maps, satellite pictures, and the edge, each one adding another piece to a larger puzzle. After we've looked at all the data, we pick a location where a tornado might form. We call this the target zone. Now it's time to hit the road in our chase unit. You might have seen our chase vehicles. Inside, they're loaded with high-tech tools to track the weather and send pictures and video back to the storm center. Soon the chase begins. The sky starts to bubble like boiling water. The clouds rise and grow. Then a storm is born. The storm quickly turns severe, and within a few minutes, a funnel forms and goes to the ground, doing damage along the way.
You can see all the debris on the ground.
Witnessing such a phenomenon of nature is quite an experience. The tornado grows and strengthens as it moves across the land, eating all in its wake.
Tornado just to my west and southwest right now. It's about an eighth of a mile wide. Probably winds about 180 to 200 miles an hour in it right now, and it looks like it's starting to weaken just a little bit.
The tornado keeps moving north and east, and so must the chase. It appears to just sit in one place, turning, digging, looking like a barber pole. Then just as fast as it formed, it begins to die, looking more like a rope hanging from the sky. Within seconds, it's gone.
Wow.
Boy, those are something to see. If you've ever seen them, you don't forget them. Again, we do want to warn you that storm chasing is dangerous, and it's proved fatal a number of times.
Yeah, really, if you don't have the experience, it's best just to take cover and let it go by.
I worry about people who stand out there and try to take pictures of them because it ain't worth it.
It's a big risk. Yeah. Hey, no Hollywood hype. There could be severe weather brewing in our state tonight.
And Threlkeld has the details next on News Channel 4.
Plus, a look at some real-life twisters. Mike Morgan will have that when we join him from tonight's Twister festivities. 4. In February, we brought you an eye-opening report on the state of Oklahoma's education. Tonight, find out if anything has changed and see if your kids are making the grade.
The chances that a student will learn something are greatly increased if it's caught.
Plus, he's one of the secrets behind ER's phenomenal success. We'll tell you who he is. And did Twister take its audience by storm? We'll have a live report from the big premiere.
That's tonight at 10 on News Channel 4, where the news comes first, 24 hours a day. The now
of 79 by Tuesday, back to 81, Wednesday 85, and Thursday's temperature 85 degrees. So once again, we'll be watching closely the thunderstorms now in northwestern Oklahoma. No tornadoes. These are severe thunderstorm warnings. That means they're capable of producing hail, lightning, as well as some pretty hefty rainfall amounts. But right now, we're going to watch it closely. We have 3 counties under warnings.
Okay, Dan.
A lot going on.
Yeah, I'll say it's hopping.
I don't think it's any just small chance that this movie was released right in the middle of
tornado season.
You got it.
Yeah. I'm amazed that people from all over the world come here this time of year just for the chance to see it.
To chase these storms.
Yep.
Mike Morgan's at the Waterford, where the reception's being held before tonight's movie premiere. Let's go to him now.
Hello, Linda. Yes, the pre-party is winding down here at the Waterford. You can see over my shoulder a lot of folks are beginning to head out of the Waterford and head on over to Penn Square Mall for the Oklahoma premiere of Steven Spielberg's Twister. Now, last night you saw us draw a lucky name out of a big box of entries for our 2 tickets to the premiere of that very movie, and it was Tim Coughlin that won the ticket, but this is not Tim Coughlin. This is Josh and Emily Coughlin. Now, Emily, tell me, how come your daddy's not here tonight?
Well, it was actually my brother and my dad that won the tickets, but my dad knew I wanted to be an actress, so he let me have it, and we just went along together.
That's a fantastic story, Emily. Josh, are you excited to see the movie?
Yeah, I've been reading it's going to be a great movie, and I think it's going to probably be the biggest blockbuster of '96 this year.
I bet he's right. It's going to be a tremendous blockbuster, and it begins in just about 35 minutes over at Penn Square Mall. Now, tornado chasing is nothing new to Oklahoma. Folks have been doing it since the 60s here in Oklahoma, and here's just a taste of what the real tornado chasers see sometimes. Rope tornado. For me, tornado tracking is second nature.
Wow, look at it dance.
It's important to remember that cars can be dangerous, especially near 200-mile-per-hour winds.
Multiple vortex on the ground. There's a car down there. House over there.
As Oklahomans, most of us know what to look for in a developing tornado. This is a rapidly rotating wall cloud.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Tornado, right behind us. Right behind you. Tornado, 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 tornado.
Tornado on the ground. Tornado on the ground. Tornado on the ground. It's going to come right over us.
When you watch Steven Spielberg's Twister at the local movie theater, remember, these are all Hollywood special effects, and it's impossible to get as close to violent tornadoes as they do in the movie. And while the old adage still rings true, seconds save lives. When tornadoes threaten here in Oklahoma, it's always important to remember that safety comes first. And Twister opens up across many movie theaters here in Oklahoma this coming weekend. Alan and Linda, I'm going to take my sweetie and go see the movie.
Where's your wife? Kidding.
Have a good time.
She's awful.
That was his wife.
Yes, let's
You'll
make that
cause a little
clear.
twister right there.
We'll get him going, huh?
All right, we're going to talk about baseball and all kinds of sports. Stay with us. Sports next on News Channel 4.